Even though Oblivion Remastered came out less than 2 months ago, there are already hundreds of great mods available for the game. So in this video, I want to go over a bunch of mods that I consider to be must-haves due to them enhancing the quality of the game and also fixing issues. And some of them are just great additions to the game that will give you even more to do. Links to all of the mods mentioned in this video will be found in the pinned comment below. But before we get into these mods, if you're a fan of Oblivion, Skyrim, and Fallout, and want to see more videos just like this one, consider subscribing to this channel. Now the first mod on the list is the Ascension Remastered mod. Ascension aims to deliver the definitive Vanilla Plus Oblivion Remastered experience. Loot has been thoroughly overhauled so that rare equipment is actually rare, dungeons feel rewarding, enemies and loot no longer stop spawning at higher levels, underused gameplay aspects are made more worthwhile, and difficulty has been subtly increased overall. The sense of progression you receive from leveling up and journeying through the world of Oblivion should feel much greater with this mod installed. So basically this mod will rework the open world by making all enemy types available to be encountered. Without this mod, the higher your level, the less likely you would be to encounter low-level enemy types. Meaning towards the max level, you would just keep encountering the same endgame enemies, which makes the game very boring. And on top of this, higher level armors will also become rarer. Mithril, Elven, and Glass armor will only be found in ancient ruins and tombs, along with materials used to make other armor pieces. But you will also never outlevel an armor type, meaning that you will still encounter bandits and other enemies wearing iron armor as it is the most common armor type. So you won't hit a point in the game where even the weakest enemies are all using the strongest armor, which removed the feeling of the armor that you had feeling rare or special. The next mod is the valuable Clutter mod. This mod will increase the value of clutter items like bowls, tankards, jugs, and plates, bolts of cloth, tools like rakes, pickaxes, shears, and scales, gems and nuggets of ore, pelts, torches, and Welkin stones. Without this mod, most of those items are pretty worthless and are often dropped or left behind, but the valuable Clutter mod will turn these items into things that are worth picking up to sell. This mod fixes a problem that I personally had with the game, which was that pelts from animals, nuggets of ore, and gems were worth close to nothing, when in reality those items would have been very expensive items. And they are usually treated that way in every other game. So with this mod you could go out and hunt animals and gather resources to make a lot of money. Next up we have the Ultra Combat Physical Combat Overhaul mod. This mod greatly increases the quality of combat in Oblivion Remastered by providing a more stable, engaging, and immersive combat experience. The remaster for Oblivion did fix the old clunky feeling combat, but it's not perfect and doesn't feel like most other RPG games that are on the market today. So this mod aims to fix that by bringing in new and improved features, like a better block, attack cancel feinting, slow-mo, increased headshot damage, improved marksman abilities like faster draw and release times and a rapid shot, and increased damage with melee weapons after performing a perfect dodge or block. This mod is truly a must-have if you want to increase the quality of the combat. The next mod on the list is the Infinite or More Charges mod. This one is pretty simple. I don't think that there's anyone out there that enjoys having to charge their enchanted weapons. It's usually just boring extra work that stops you from using the weapons that you want to use until you grab a soul gem to charge your main weapons. But this mod will make enchanted weapons that you find or buy from vendors have infinite charges, or much more charges than normal, so you can keep using your favorite weapons as much as you want. The next mod on the list is the Vampire Hunting Infinitum mod. This mod will build on and add to the Order of the Virtuous Blood, which is a faction of vampire hunters that you can join in the Imperial City. Without this mod, there is a full endpoint to this questline for this faction, where you will not be able to keep hunting vampires. But with this mod, you can continue to hunt vampires forever, even after completing the faction's questline, as there will be over 100 infinitely repeatable vampire hunting targets. But it will also add a new headquarters for the Order of the Virtuous Blood, where you will get a a free bed and chest, brand new weapons infused with holy magic, brand new armor with special enchantments to help when vampire hunting, a new system to turn vampire dust into holy water, a new merchant, and 3 new master trainers. This one mod will add a lot of content to the game. The next mod is a small mod, but it's also very helpful, and that is the minimap mod. Oblivion is a big game, and you can easily get lost while you're exploring, especially in indoor locations like caves and dungeons. So this minimap mod will definitely help you get to where you want to go a lot easier. But if you want a more modern and detailed map, the next mod is one that you will want, and that will be the A More Complete World Map mod. This one is also basic, it will just revitalize the world map. The remastered version of Oblivion changed a lot, but it didn't do anything to the world map. So this mod will add a new world map with a lot more detail, and it's also a much better looking map, so you won't feel the game's age every time you open the map. The next mod is a mod that I personally really love, and that is the Unleveled Item Rewards mod. This is another simple mod that completely changes the game. This mod will make all quest reward pieces of armor and weapons unleveled. The level scaling for gear in Oblivion may be one of its worst features. But if you're unsure of what I mean, here's an example. If you go to the Imperial City waterfront at level 1 and complete the Unexpected Voyage side quest, you will get the unique Blackwater Blade, which at level 1 will have a base damage of 10 and the enchantment on it will make it absorb 20 fatigue for 1 second. But if you did that same exact side quest at level 25, the sword would instead do 24 damage and absorb 20 fatigue for 12 seconds. So clearly the level 25 version is a lot better, so people commonly tell everyone to wait until level 25 to get unique enchanted weapons. But then once you're at level 25, you probably don't have much left to do in the game, so the Blackwater Blade probably would have been more useful to you earlier on, as you were going through the content of the game. The Unleveled Item Rewards mod makes it so you get the highest level version of a unique enchanted weapon, regardless of your level, so you can go out and start collecting weapons as soon as you want. But of course this will mean that during the lower levels you can get pretty overpowered, but I would rather have that than not be able to use the weapons that I want to use while I'm playing through the game. The next mod is a very fun mod that I think a lot of people will really enjoy, and that is the Beastmaster mod. This mod adds the ability for the player to tame any random animal creature in Cyrodiil, turning them into a combat pet. Once tamed, the target creature can be renamed, fed meat, told to follow or wait, and of course assist you in combat. But even though you can only have one pet at a time, it's still a great option for players that want some form of animal companion while exploring, like how we had Dogmeat in Fallout 4. The next mod on the list is a big mod that will increase the overall stability of the game, and that will be the Ultimate Engine Tweaks mod. Oblivion would not be a Bethesda game if it didn't come with countless bugs and stability issues. But the Ultimate Engine Tweaks mod aims to remove most stutters, improve performance and stability, decrease input latency, and improve picture quality, all with no visual loss. This mod is truly a must-have if you want a smooth experience when you're playing Oblivion Remastered. The next mod on the list is another small must-have mod, and that is the Alternative Sprint mod. The default sprinting animation in Oblivion Remastered may be the worst sprinting animation that I have ever seen. It just doesn't look or feel right. But the Alternative Sprint mod reworks the sprinting animation to make it much more realistic and visually pleasing. Honestly, I don't know how the default sprinting animation made it into the game to begin with. And those are a bunch of mods for Oblivion Remastered that I personally consider to be must-haves. But there are always more mods being released, so if you enjoy using and trying out new mods, subscribe to this channel for more. And also let me know about one mod that you cannot play Oblivion without in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.